keep in mind, we're dealing with a clinical narcissist. So somebody else is getting all the attention because she's pregnant, and that's where the attention's going. So she's got to put her hand on there. She's got to be hugging on her and not letting go and being too clingy. That's what makes it feel uncomfortable because it looks unnatural, because it is unnatural.
Hi, all. Welcome to Reading Royals with body language expert Scott Rouse. I'm Kinsey Schofield. Reading Royals brings history, headlines, and human behavior together in a way only Scott and I can. We go beyond palace press releases and carefully staged photo ops to look at what is really being communicated. I think I teased you with this last week, Scott. A really cute video of there's a lot of good Prince William videos circulating this week, or in the last few weeks, I should say. But this one is Prince William on a bicycle. I'm going to pull it up. And I pulled a second video too, if you don't mind, that I might not have prepared you for, but it's within the same realm of Prince William at this event.
Oh, wow. Is there lycra underneath that?
There's not lycra, but I am going to join you.
Are you?
Yeah, you can cycle.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
Let's cycle, Prince William.
Yes.
Yeah, good job.
I didn't kill the future king. Hey.
Thank you so much. Well done.
Real treat.
It's really good. Your backside is a unique angle that I've not seen before.
I think one of the things we tease every week is that we are going to go beyond the palace press releases, beyond these choreographed moments. How authentic is this moment? Is the BBC presenter genuinely surprised to see Prince William? And I'd love your take on how witty Prince William can be sometimes.
Yeah, that all looks how it should look. Everything is happening the way it should. And you can tell I don't know if do they know each other very well?
Yes.
Okay. Well, when they embrace, when they hug like that, that hard pattern, that lets you know that they know each other, or at least like each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they both went at the same time. If you'll watch, you'll see everything is in rhythm. Everything runs at the same rhythm. As they move, they both move. It sounds corny, like they both move at the same time, but people start this thing when they start matching each other. When two people like each other, they start matching each other. And that happened very quickly as we're watching this. And when they do that hug right there at the end, you can see, and even I think the one at the beginning as well, you can see, watch how the prince's hand pushes down. You'll see that push into him on his back when it does that. Mostly when people don't like it very much, they'll do that too. You'll see their hands come out like that, and they'll, oh, hey, what's happening? But he's actually sort of gripping him and pulling him in. So I think that to me that all looks the way it should for people who actually like each other, not talking too loud, not trying to pose and be something they're not. I mean, this cat's a prince, so no matter what he does, it's gonna, theoretically should be cool. So, and I think it is. I think it works great for both of them. I think what is the other guy? He's a presenter for.
Yeah, well, remember, you might remember him from the interview we watched where Prince William was talking about his mental health. That's the same BBC host that allowed William to go on there and to talk about men's mental health and how important it is. So they have a working relationship. I don't know if we'd see them in a pub together on a Friday night, but William does feel confident and comfortable enough with him to have very vulnerable conversations on the world stage about men's mental health and his own mental health.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it looked normal. It looked pretty good, actually. So
let me pull up this. I want to show you the video where he shows him, or he tells him that they have made it over $1 million, which I know is exciting.
Hi, guys. It's Prince William. They don't believe it. They don't believe it.
It's a look-alike.
Why would they believe that?
Exactly. They just think you've lost it.
That's Prince William there, look.
He's hallucinating.
So I love that one. He's hallucinating. I'm a look-alike. I mean, we're getting so much intel on the prince's quick wit, which he's not really in a position. He talks about very serious topics between the homeless crisis and between the chaos going on in his family. I mean, we've seen 6 hard years for the British royal family. Harry and Meghan leave. Prince Philip dies. Queen Elizabeth dies. King Charles and Catherine announced they have cancer. Most recently, we had the Andrew Mountbatten Windsor arrest and scandal. So, a rare moment where he does not seem to have the world on his shoulders.
Yeah. I mean, he looks like he's fine there. And sometimes you do things like that to get away from all that. You help take your mind off of it. You're supposed to be centered and in the moment and all that. It's really tough for everybody, much less somebody who's got that much on them. So, and in knowing that everybody's watching you the whole time, imagine how long you last in a situation just like that when if you had that much fame, I mean, literally getting ready to be the king here in ever how many years. I mean, that's pretty heavy duty, man, from I mean, psychologically, that's a lot. And trying to be calm and without looking like an idiot like somebody else we know, that's tough to do. And some people can do it, and some people can't. And obviously he can do it.
Yeah.
Raised that way, so that's good. But yeah, I mean, it looks like he's in the moment.
Yeah. And very funny. I mean, I was like, those are hilarious jokes. I don't know
You're
if I
such a
would
girl. You are
yeah,
such a girl. That I mean, any guy that's watching this is going to go, "Oh,
not
you know.
that. Yeah. Oh no,
And
I'm like I'm smitten. I think it's hilarious. I'm like, oh my God, he's just so silly. He said look-alike.
oh man. Okay.
I'm very easily impressed. But what is exciting about this story is the unexpected moment added a boost of energy and attention to the challenge when Prince William showed up and surprised Greg James. It had raised over $1 million. There's a really sweet video of William announcing that they'd raised over $1 million. I don't have that for us, but that's what the royal family is so great at, raising awareness for important causes and elevating them and hopefully supporting them in a way that no one else really can. Let's move on. And again, let's keep in mind the idea of just like pulling the curtain back, because last week King Charles III welcomed Nigeria's president for a rare state visit. I believe it's been 40 years since there's been anything like this when it comes to King Charles or the British royal family in Nigeria. And it signaled a renewed focus on relations between the UK and Nigeria. Now, I think you covered throughout some of your other work Harry and Meghan's trip to Nigeria. I felt like this was very different. The occasion did feature all the hallmarks of a traditional royal ceremony, but it also carried genuine diplomatic significance, with discussions centered on strengthening economic ties and showing cultural sensitivity during Ramadan, which a lot of people were grateful for. The broader takeaway is the monarchy leaning into its soft power, using symbolism and personal diplomacy to reinforce Britain's global partnership. And I see that a lot in this speech that we should stress was edited and uploaded by the British royal family. Of course, it's them putting their best foot forward. I want to know if you feel, yeah, this is the king in his element. This is him confident. Let's watch that really quick.
The friendship between our two countries, Mr. President, is a partnership of equals that has brought us both enormous benefits. It has been described to me as a deeply spiritual connection beyond churches and mosques, a deep bond through which we have strengthened our shared security, ensured our economies are more prosperous, and empowered each other to believe in a more hopeful future.
A brief comment, a brief moment, but obviously it's something that the British royal family, it was important to them that they showcase. And again, we're just a few weeks away out of the chaos of the Andrew Mountbatten Windsor saga, and there's the king, in my opinion, looking confident, happy to be back at work, happy to have this distraction and this focus on something really important.
Yeah, and if you'll remember when he was talking to President Trump, and they were President Trump would talk, and then the king would talk. Well, then you had this is almost like that. They read everything and then just look over at the person. That's what you do in those situations because you're doing those things all the time. There's no way to memorize all that, but you're making sure everything, there's somebody that writes those things. So everything that needs to be said is there. And so it's the emotional part pulling it off so you look like you're supposed to. The only part that bummed me out from that was his swollen hands. That's usually a lot of times in a situation like his, they'll use this a drug called prednisone.
Oh,
So that's what gets you to swell up a lot. A lot of times it happens in the face as well. So it doesn't have a lot of facial swelling, but I gotta tell you everything I'm seeing. So
well,
that's the part
can I also tell you that they call him sausage fingers? Like this is
oh,
a thing he's had all of his life. His sausage, they call him
oh,
sausage
okay.
fingers. I mean, like I hate to say
Okay.
that, but
No,
when
I got
you,
you.
yeah, I have always heard that he has sausage fingers, which
Okay.
is not a very attractive quality if we're being honest. But God, thankfully, he's a married man. You know.
Yeah. 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 I thought maybe he might be in some big trouble because this part of his hand is swollen as well. Maybe that's part of his normal thing he's had for years.
Well, it's
So a
fair
lot
to
of people
point out
do.
because the king has been going through cancer treatment for the last two. Now we're late. We're heading into the third year, and we know he gets cancer treatment once a week in London. So wherever he is, like he travels back to London for this specific treatment. They refer to it as living with a cancer, which
Mm,
is vague. They won't tell us what type of cancer he has, but I do think that you've made a very fair observation.
okay. Yeah. And I probably shouldn't say anything about that because that's maybe pointing out weaknesses on him.
Well, I mean, I think to me, it reflects strength that he continues to show up and do it despite that. A lot of
Yeah.
people would feel defeated and would go, I waited 70 years for this job. Why me? Um, his mother, according to Giles Brandwith, passed away from blood cancer, or
Oh,
bone cancer.
hmm.
And then we had Catherine. So he could have behaved completely differently. He could have been like resentful, angry, mean over a cancer diagnosis. I think the fact that he never misses a day, never skips a beat is the opposite of weakness. So I don't think you're pointing out a weakness. I think you're pointing out the fact that he might be uncomfortable and yet he still shows up and does his job to the best of his abilities.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Look at
I'll go with that.
glass half full,
That's true.
glass half full over
That's
here.
true. That's true.
But you know what? It's all going to go downhill from here.
Oh no.
Yes. Oh, yes. Meghan Markle made a surprise red carpet appearance on March 19th in Beverly Hills. And there's no one I texted faster than Scott Rouse. Back to back, I'm sending this poor man videos of Meghan Markle on the red carpet. Meghan posed for photos on the carpet with longtime friend Kelly. I don't even want to say her name because
What
it's
is
long.
what does this girl do? Why is she there? She won an
Kelly
award for something?
Kelly is getting an award. Kelly, you'll remember from With Love, Meghan. Kelly is a friend of Meghan's from when she was married to Trevor Ingleson, the first husband.
I don't know him
And
either.
so we're thankful that she's held on to somebody because she
Oh,
goes through friends like I go through socks. All right.
okay.
And so Kelly has a charity that she's created for moms, and she's being awarded for that. But in classic Meghan form, her behavior on the red carpet is so bizarre that it takes away from
Oh yeah.
Kelly's oh Kelly's big day, right? Like it's
Hmm.
so strange. Let's look at this. Because your commentary was hilarious.
As a deity, he just became a part of the He's been with us for, oh my gosh, like 7 years. When Jared came to us, I noticed
I don't even think I would caress my own mother's baby bump like that. That was so strange to me that her physical reaction to her friend, like laying her head on her shoulder. I think I said
Yeah.
something to you like, wow, they're really working hard to make her likable. But there's something so immature about her behavior sometimes. And that is a perfect example of it. It's just like, Why are you acting like you're snuggling with this person on a couch? You're in public. This is a public event, and your strange behavior is taking away from your friend's moment.
Our last show, I talked about how she doesn't know how to act in social situations, really, because she's not willing to listen to anybody tell her or explain to her how things work and what to do and all that. I don't think she's been around enough people that are tight like that. You wouldn't be doing that. But keep in mind, we're dealing with a clinical narcissist. So somebody else is getting all the attention because she's pregnant, and that's where the attention's going. So she's got to put her hand on there. She's got to be hugging on her and not letting go and being too clingy. That's what makes it feel uncomfortable because it looks unnatural, because it is unnatural. I mean, and I don't mean, well, I'm not going to say that. But, or however, that's just too clingy. That's way too much, like a little child holding on to its mother, that kind of thing. So but she wants the attention. That's why she's doing that. That's why it's happening that way.
And the focus on the baby belly, you're saying you really feel like it's because Kelly brings something out special to the carpet because she does have a baby belly. I mean, maybe let's pretend Kelly said as they were walking out the door, I feel huge. Maybe she's touching her stomach because she wants her to feel beautiful, or she wants to be like, there's a baby in here. Or am I giving this woman too much credit?
Yeah, I don't think she was too worried about that. Or, if she was that worried about it, she probably wouldn't have shown up or
Yeah.
say, you can say something about it and then it goes away because you talked about it if you have an insecurity. So, but in this case, I think it's just uncomfortable because Meghan is just coming on strong, man. That's just way too much. That's way too much, I think.
Your skincare might be more toxic than the food you eat. Just like choosing healthy food, we need to be careful about what we put on our body. I've become hyper aware of every product I use, reading labels, researching ingredients, realizing just how many toxic chemicals we let into our daily routine. Check the label on your moisturizer. It reads like a lab report. Swap your toxic moisturizer for Cow Guy's Tallow Balm. I actually got some and it's delicious. A natural hydrating balm with ingredients you can actually pronounce. It's safe and more effective than conventional alcohol or water-based lotions, and your skin will be glowing. Tallow Balm was used for generations before Big Pharma ruined skincare. Use it as a lotion on your hands, arms, legs, face, even your lips. You can use it for eczema, psoriasis, dry, or normal skin as an everyday moisturizer. Plus, it's American made and rancher owned in the great state of Texas. All the great things come from Texas. Hey, it's the best tallow balm you can find. Search up cowguys.com to get your tallow balm and get a free mini tallow balm. No special code needed. That's 3 or 4 months of moisturizer for just $34. Search cowguys.com to grab free tallow balm with your order. Thanks, guys.
And I don't think what's that other girl's name? I'm sorry.
Kelly?
Woman. Oh yeah, Kelly. And I don't think she set her up and said, "Hey, listen, I don't feel pretty." And women always think they look bad when because they have a big, baby sitting there. And everybody goes, "You're so beautiful." Well, when you talk to guys, they go,
You're glowing.
Yeah. Yeah, they really do. They really do. It's and women think that, I don't know, I don't get that whole thing, because when you talk to guys, we never have a problem with that.
Right. You think that, yeah, exactly. No, she does look beautiful on the red carpet, but
Yeah.
I'm distracted by Meghan climbing all over her like a jungle gym. So I'm a little torn. Let's watch this other video of Meghan at that event. So to me, it really felt like Meghan knew there was a camera on her, and that a lot of that was choreographed, like the hug, the walk towards the camera, hug, hi, darling. Like there's like a lot of, I don't know.
Notice the girl who's she stuck her hand out first. All she was wanting was a handshake. She goes in for the kiss and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's, she's being videoed, so it's all show at that point. And at some point in that, toward the end, she looks right down the barrel of the camera too to make sure it's looking. I don't know if we got that far on that part of it, but in the clip you sent me, Yeah, she looks right down the barrel of the camera. It's so uncomfortable because the smile after a while, when I think we've talked about this before, after a while when you smile, if you keep smiling, it gets tough to do that. It's really hard because your muscles aren't used to doing that all the time because you do it when you're seeing somebody or you hear something funny, that kind of thing. But after a while, that's why it becomes that. There was a famous picture of Britney Spears that was doing it was she'd been smiling all day and she's just going like,
Mm.
and so that's what it looks like. So if you look at her face, you'll see a Duchenne smile is what we call the real smile, where everything lines up uh, facially, expression wise, the way it should. You see, everybody always thinks, well, if their eyes are squinted, then they're actually, you see these little wrinkles, that means they're actually, that's a real smile. In real life, anybody can squint and make it look like it's a real smile if that's the way you did it. However, when you smile like that, the squint that happens comes in at an angle like this instead of the squint coming down like this. It comes in at an angle because it's your brain doing it. You're not doing it. We're not seeing that on her. And these little things right in here, I won't go into all the technical stuff, but this right here, when you smile, see how those lines stick out? Those after a while, they get either really weird looking because you're pushing your mouth out, whereas when you smile for real, your brain pulls your mouth out. So all those things sort of straighten up a little bit. They get indented, but not so they start curving over like that.
When I'm
So,
like really happy, I have to send you this picture of me and the cast from Dateline. I am hideous. When I am really, really happy, I have the ugliest smile. And there's like
oh,
a picture of me in between like all the guys from Dateline at Crime Con New Orleans. And
mhm.
I'm like so happy. And it's the ugliest smile. Like my true smile is absolutely hideous.
Oh,
But I saw somebody on the internet recently say, like, if you want a pretty smile in your photos, you should go money. And I was like, oh, so now I'm going to try that from now on. When I'm about to take a picture, no matter how happy I am, I'm going to go money because that's
oh,
not the
wow.
worst smile. But when I am like genuinely so thrilled, my smile is so ugly.
Oh man, I got an ugly laugh. It's the
No, you
worst. Oh
don't.
my God, it is the worst. And I get
Uh-uh.
laughing about me and Mark Bowden, another guy
Yeah.
on the behavior panel. Geez, we were I think in Los Angeles for some reason, and man, we're both laughing. It's on video. I'll send you a
Do it.
screenshot of that. My
Do it.
God, it's hard. We both look like, we look like paintings in a haunted house. Each one of us could be one. It's bad. It's real bad.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So what's your takeaway from that event? I mean, I don't I just think that she knows what's going to happen when she shows up anywhere.
Mhm.
I would be more on my best behavior, but then I also think that this is a strategy to try to look friendlier, not like a bully, because her reputation as being a bully to staff at Kensington Palace and throughout as ever. She just lost to Netflix. I mean, she's getting all of this bad press and has the audacity to show up here and act like she doesn't have a care in the world. So I am under the impression that this is a real intentional strategy. She's posting a lot of her children on the internet while claiming that you shouldn't post your children on the internet. You should protect them. In fact, I wish I had that post for you. Actually, give me 1 second and I'm going to pull it up.
Okay.
Is Meghan is trying to promote a new collaboration she's doing with flowers. And she is organizing flowers and she pretends like she's interrupted by her daughter. Oh my God, she posted that picture of her grabbing her friend's belly on Instagram too, like she's proud of it.
Hmm.
Um anyway, so she pretends like she's being interrupted by her child. And then the child is hidden by the flowers that she's organizing. And I really wanted to go into this because there's a difference between protecting your child online, which she's trying to look like she's doing by
Mhm.
having the kid's face hidden strategically behind these flowers.
Mhm.
But I don't think that's what she's doing, Scott. I think she's trying to build hype around the mystery of what her children look like to inevitably monetize them, which I think is very like I mean the words I want to use are too aggressive. I just think it's
Well, in a way,
Villainous.
the harms that they talk about. Now, I'll try not to get worked up about this, but it makes me really mad because the things they talk about that are so bad. They're all, and you're dealing with people from a psychological perspective who want to hurt children and put them in bad situations. And when you show your child on there, not only are you inviting that, it's almost I can't these days people I can't believe they still do that. But when you do that, when you're hiding, you're almost teasing them. So
That's what
then
I'm
you go
saying.
another step, another level deeper into the psyche of who knows what you're dealing with. So that person may say, I've got to get a look at those kids. I got to get so you're inviting all these things they're talking, they don't know what they're doing. And it makes me mad that he stands up and he goes, the harms to children because of the internet. And it's like, dude, you're letting your wife and you too put your kids on the dang internet and they're teasing these. And I'm telling you, that's
Like,
what's good. It's not going to end up good.
I'm
They're
telling,
teasing.
I feel the exact same way. I feel like it's increasing interest in dark places, in the weirdos. But I also think that there's a bit of hype building. Meghan always thinks she's building hype. Save the date. She's always putting on Instagram, save the date. And it's like, for a bookmark launch, no one cares about your $18 bookmark. She always thinks she's teasing something or building hype. And I feel like that's what she's doing here. Let me show you this video really
Wait a minute. What do you mean $18 book? Like a book you put in a book, a bookmark?
Yeah, a bookmark.
What is it? What does the bookmark do?
It saves the page you're reading so you can go back to it the next day.
But does it do anything special? Does it have?
No, it's just a Meghan Markle bookmark.
Oh man.
I know. Wait, okay, watch this
Oh
video
man.
watch this video and then I want your reaction to it.
Yes, I think you can. Let's go. Let's go.
Just so fake, fake.
I'm not buying that at
Like
all.
what 4-year-old like whispers? You know what I mean? Like every 4-year-old that I've been related to is like, ah!
But what if you're afraid to talk? I remember one time my dad told me, he said, if you're on an airplane and the kids are perfect and they're very quiet and they're just sitting there, there's a problem. That's one of the things that piqued my interest in keeping an eye out on how children behaved around adults when I was, in my teens. So when that happens, something's up there. But I'm not buying that at all. Not even a little bit. That's that's goofy. No, that's
and to our point, it's not protecting the children. It's a tease. It's a lame attempt at being able to write an article that says Lily's on Meghan's Instagram again, but hiding her face. And it's just.
And did the camera just happen to be on, or is she like videoing herself doing that on purpose, smiling
She says
like that
it's
the whole
behind the
time?
scenes of an as ever shoot. Behind the scenes of an as ever shoot.
I thought as ever was as never now. I thought it was gone.
Netflix is no longer contributing to it financially, but they have over $10 million of inventory they still have to move.
Well, he's knocked those, but just so you know, I'm not advertising. I'm just saying if you want a Mr. Chicken bookmark, these things are going for $4.
Oh.
So let me know and I'll hook you up. I'll get you Mr. Chicken. And of course, it's a big mark too. You'll know exactly what page you're on from across the room, and so will everyone else. Yeah. But if you need a Mr. Chicken bookmark or Mr. Chicken Pants, let me know and I'll hook you up. It's only $4.
Mr. Chicken Pants. You're actually probably going to have people requesting Mr. Chicken Pants bookmarks in. No, I don't want to jump scare you. I'm just going to go ahead and warn you about this one before we go there.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this? How do you feel about this picture of Meghan Markle's feet?
There we are.
At the Meghan Markle's big toe at the award show, Beverly Hills Big Toe.
There it is. Here we are again. One more time.
Once more time.
Yeah. There are a lot of things I could say that are fairly graphic that would be amusing, but I'd get smeared so bad. I'd get
canceled. You'd be canceled.
No, that doesn't scare me.
I'm not here to get you canceled over Meghan Markle's big toe. Right before we started, I sent you a video that stood out to me. And let's look at that one now. Let's wrap up with this because I honestly think that this is the climax of the show. Jack Quaid clearly dodging a Meghan Markle question on the red carpet. Let's watch this.
Working with Meghan Markle.
Yeah, no, it's insane.
And I send the video to you and I go, did he just dodge that question about Meghan Markle?
That was beautiful. It really was. That was so well done. Like I was telling you, this guy's going to be around forever because he understands how that works, how everything, and this guy's got it all figured out. Because what he did was this. It's called chaff and redirect. And that's when there's a war going on, there's a plane flying, and they send heat-seeking missiles after that plane. Then the plane will let out this stuff called chaff, which is aluminum, metal, all kinds of things that are on fire. So that it'll go toward the missile will stay away from the jet and it'll go toward that chaff. And then it'll blow up or do whatever it's going to do. That's exactly what's happened here because she asks him a question. She's coming right at him. And he says, "Oh, yeah, it was unbelievable," or whatever he says real quick. Then he starts talking about this other stuff and she forgets about the question about Meghan. Beautiful. He did that so well and got right into the reason he's there. It was to talk about that movie, and he talked. Look, all we learned from that instead of talking about her. He knows that's unimportant. I'm sure he's aware of the problems she's having, especially since she's in that show, and I'm sure he keeps up with everybody as far as what they're doing. I'm sure that's the word around the people that were on the set. You're not going to believe what she's done. This is, check this out.
Yeah.
So that's a perfect chaff and redirect to get away from something, and he did it so well you don't even really notice it.
Yeah.
Well, the main cast of it is myself, Brie Larson, Henry Golding, and Lily Collins.
I mean, that's why I had to say to you, like, am I crazy or did he just dodge that question? What I hate, and I might have had this conversation with you before, is there are certain outlets that pander to the Sussexes because they inevitably think that they might have access to the Sussexes because they're pursuing this career in Hollywood and they live in the area. And Entertainment Tonight is one of them. So they give this the headline, Entertainment Tonight. I'm talking to you. Jack Quaid had a blast making movie with Meghan Markle exclusive. That's not what I heard at all. I heard I want to focus on who's actually starring in the movie. Here are my co-stars. And we're working with a really talented director. I can't wait to see it. I haven't seen it yet, but it was a lot of fun, and we had a lot of fun, and it's funny, which I highly doubt. I highly doubt Meghan's part is very funny. Let's be honest. Meghan has no self-awareness, and Meghan would be a much more likable character if she did try to joke about herself and her presence, but she takes herself way too seriously. And so that's annoying to me that Entertainment Tonight is like, oh, Jack Quaid had so much fun working with Meghan. No, he didn't.
Well, is this going to be on Netflix or is it going to be in the movie at the
It's
theater?
on Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh man.
So, and she just has a little cameo, but you're right. Jack Quaid has had enough media training thanks to, also his mother's Meg Bryan and his father's Dennis Quaid. So I'm sure he's seen plenty of chaos surrounding Hollywood and headlines. But he's had plenty of media training to know anything he says about her will circulate and will blow up. So he just doesn't say a damn thing about her. He literally dodges the question like an expert.
Yeah, because usually it's in situations like that, if you can't say something nice, say nothing. But in my case, it's if you can't say something nice about somebody, come over and say it with me.
In your case, it's like, have you seen Meghan Markle's feet?
See, here we are again. Here we are one more time. Why do you bring I'm telling you, once we get off here, I'll tell you what I'm talking about. But and I'm not afraid of I don't care canceling. That's old. Nobody does that anymore. Maybe they do or whatever, and won't affect me at all.
We don't want to find out.
No, I don't care. It doesn't, that kind of thing doesn't affect me. I don't have anything to be canceled for. I don't have anything. I'm going to stop doing what?
Right. Well, you better tell me when we're done what you're thinking.
Oh, I'm going to tell you.
Okay. Well, agree with us, disagree with us. Let us know in the comments below. Please, please, please. Scott collaborates on this channel with me. So if you look below the image, you'll see a little picture of Scott. It's a yellow background. Click on that. Make sure you go and subscribe to his channel on YouTube, Scott Rouse. He does videos like this all the time where he breaks down politicians, high profile individuals, court cases. Brian Koberger, the murderer, knows who Scott Rouse is because there's proof that he was like lurking through his stuff after he murdered those poor children. What was it, in Ohio?
I think so.
Oh my gosh, Scott, you're kind of a big deal. But so go subscribe to his channel and see what all the hype's about, Scott Rouse on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching today. And of course, we are curious to know what you think about some of the videos we featured today. So let us know in the comments below. We'll see you again next week. Thanks so much, Scott Rouse.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. I'm having a blast.
Megan feet. Hashtag Megan's feet.